I'm Dan Rosenberg,
And I'm Stephanie Shelton.
and we'd like to welcome you to 11 Minutes with Octane 11, a B2B marketing podcast. This is a chance to talk with experts in B2B marketing about the real challenges in this complicated space and solutions for solving them in just 11 minutes. Because no one has time to listen to long form podcasts, least of all B2B marketers who are using more tools than ever and are under more pressure than ever to deliver breakthrough messaging and business impact. Today, we're super excited to be talking with Dan Silver, a longtime marketing expert, worked in a handful of companies in MarTech and other categories. So really excited to get into it with him and dig into some of the details. So we only have 11 minutes. And it's not a lot of time. So let's just jump right in. First, Dan, please tell us a little bit about your background, about yourself, what you're working on these days and all that.
Yeah, so thanks so much, Dan and Stephanie. I'm really, really excited to be here. And look, I first have to say that I love the concept of your show. I think 11 minutes, no nonsense. Let's get right to it. That's what we need right now. So, a brief background on me. Spent the last 15 years plus leading high growth advertising and technology companies, like you said. Was one of the pioneers in the location marketing space, helping to build that category out. Launched a number of first to market products in my career, but I started my career as a copywriter at McCann Erickson before evolving towards roles like CMO and head of marketing. And with that specific entry into the professional world, that's always been my foundation in creative storytelling and then really blending in that data-driven B2B strategy. And I'm currently applying that approach to a few new ventures I'm working on at the moment.
I love that story. I love combining storytelling with data. I think that's so critical for where we are as an industry right now. So given your purview, what are some of the biggest challenges you've been seeing in B2B marketing and just go-to-market motions overall?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge in B2B marketing right now, bar none, is just defining the role within the organization. Anyone paying attention or reading anything about the role of the CMO can see that there just seems to be a lot of ambiguity for B2B marketing and their place in the C-suite. Unlike sales, engineering, or customer service, I think what constitutes marketing is quite varied and complex, ranging from the common practices like branding or demand gen or market intelligence to really areas like corporate social responsibility or talent attraction or even regulatory compliance in some instances, AI onboarding. So it can be very wide reaching. And I think that's why a lot of the greatest CEOs are former marketers. You just need a broad view of the market. So I think clarifying the role in any given company, really kind of at any given time in the company's growth, because it should evolve, and ensuring alignment across all the departments is crucial for effective go-to-market strategies.
Toughest job in the C-suite.
Certainly is.
So we see. Well, with some of those challenges, are there any tools or vendors or tactics that you've seen success with in your past?
Yeah, I think it's a great question because I think, with marketing, I'll start with tactics and then I'll touch on some tools. I think it's really scrutinizing the sales flow. So I think tactically it would be win-loss analyses for me. Especially I think the win analysis is key. One thing I found really particularly effective is developing and promoting internal case studies on successful deals from first marketing touch to win, which I think accomplishes a couple things. Obviously, number one, you gather highly valuable go-to-market insights, competitive intelligence. But I think two, it helps spread credit across the team. And that departmental collaboration is so important to effective marketing. You have to know it. And I think as far as tools, I found platforms like maybe a Gong or a Chorus just invaluable in gathering that crucial customer data, especially today where everything's virtual. Found those tools to be incredibly helpful for that.
Hugely valuable, especially with the AI-based summaries and analysis, like what are the keywords that are working? Those kind of tools are great, especially if you can then take that data and turn it into, okay, what's the next campaign? What are some ways we can position the company better?
A lot of it is even in the unsaid moments. What you see too, I think is really important also.
Well, I'm sure there's more innovation coming on that front too.
Yeah.
Well, what's one thing that you think that people get wrong in B2B?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just go back to my background as, a storyteller. I think a common misconception in B2B marketing is underestimating the power of storytelling, period. I think marketing tends to devolve pretty quickly into tactics. What's the social strategy? How many MQLs do you have? How many do you need? What's the funnel look like? And I think really that emotional, compelling storytelling is still king. Even in B2B contexts, you're marketing to businesses, but you're still marketing to people. So I think really don't skimp on the messaging is really kind of key and something that people miss.
Yeah. Are there any wishes you had for a tool or capability that you might have wished you had in any of your previous roles or what you're doing now?
Yeah, I love that question. I think there's a lot of different tools out there, right? But I think really kind of what is missing right now, not a specific tool, but just tools that integrate and break down silos between departments more. A platform that caters to sales, marketing, product, customer support, really fostering collaboration, sharing insights across different teams is important. You got tools like Salesforce and HubSpot, primarily focused on sales and marketing, selling and customer relationship management and marketing automation, but may not fully integrate the needs of other departments like product or customer. And then on the other hand, you got platforms like a Jira, Asana, and great for product management and product development, but may not align always seamlessly with marketing and sales. So I think just really kind of breaking down that barrier is really important right now.
That's one that we hear all the time.
I
Integration
know you
across
do.
teams.
Yeah,
And that's something that we're at Octane 11, we're definitely working on. So
super smart.
love to hear about that. So maybe just one last one. Is there a recent win that you've had either in the B2B marketing side or just in life in general?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. A couple. I think on a personal note, I got a new puppy, which is definitely challenging but fun. I'll qualify that as a win. I think professionally, really proud of leading the corporate rebrand for my previous company. Transitioning from Design One was the name to Session AI. Just really one of those perfect moments where a Series C company truly needed a name that and a brand that perfectly encapsulated their offering. And just a great rebrand and really phenomenal execution. And I really still marvel at how we pulled it off in a very condensed timeline. So I think I look back on both of those things pretty fondly. The dog thing, it hurts the sleep a little bit, but still a lot of fun.
But worth it. It's a labor of love.
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
thought the rebrand was awesome, by the way. I
Thank
mean,
you. Thank you. Yeah, I
I
appreciate that.
remember as that was unfolding. It was great.
Totally.
Well, that's all the time we've got. I can't believe it. I know it goes fast, but we got to keep it brief. I learned a lot, and great to catch up, Dan, and hear what you're up to. So thanks for joining us today. And we've got an amazing lineup of more B2B marketing experts coming up soon. So definitely check for more episodes wherever you get your podcast. And thanks for listening. Thanks,
Thank
Dan.
you guys both. It was great to be here. Appreciate
Thanks.
it.
We'll talk soon.